Today I'm thinking about the importance of having the right people in your corner. I've seen a quote, I don't know who said it, but it said that men need good men who have a healthy view of women in their lives, and women need good women who have a healthy view of men in their lives. And I think about how true this is, not just for our relationships and our growth, but in general. I feel like today's day and age with social media and YouTube's, Facebook's, Instagram, everything, the algorithms that are running these things kind of determine what things, information that we get to take in. And everything, if we're not careful, everything becomes an echo chamber. We start looking and thinking about what's going on in our minds and in our hearts, and we start putting that information out there. And then we start searching these keywords. And even if we don't intentionally search the keywords, the algorithms will find the keywords and that will shoot you that information. I can't tell you how many times I have been talking with somebody about something, not even on my phone, and these microphones are picking it up. And so we'll, all over my phone later, and I'll see from these conversations I've had, something will come up. Either podcast from a certain person that we had mentioned their name of, and it wasn't one that I normally listen to, but something somebody else had recommended, and then it'll just show up on my feed. Or topics that we talked about will start showing up. Or things that we talked about buying. We'll start seeing Amazon advertisements for products. And so these programs are set to listen and then make recommendations because they are all about sales and driving traffic. And I can't blame them because of their business. But when we are in looking for information, we have the ability to choose what we're listening to. And I figured out that it is really important that we curate our feeds. A couple of years ago, I noticed this, and I started noticing that all the things in my feed were popping up from a certain viewpoint. And I didn't always agree with this viewpoint, but I could feel inside that feelings were starting to rev up towards this way. And I was like, why am I feeling these feelings when I don't necessarily agree? And I had to start realizing that it's about the amount of information that I was taking in and the energy that these creators were putting in behind their work and their opinions. And that was starting to seep into myself. And so I've done over the last couple of years quite a bit of work with different men. And I have seen that we tend to gravitate towards how we're feeling. We really want somebody to just feel what we're feeling, really understand us, and then mirror those feelings. And while it feels great, it's not necessarily healthy, and it doesn't necessarily push us into a higher place. It doesn't lift us up. And that's why it's important that we have good men and good women behind us, people that have a healthy view of their surroundings, a healthy view of their friends and their family, and just other people in the world. Because they will elevate us. They will lift us up. And sometimes, we get hard feelings. We go through hard things in life. And we'll start to feel frustrated or hurt. And yeah, it feels great to have somebody just back us up. But sometimes what we need is somebody to say, okay, man, that's a really rough feeling to carry around with you. Let's take a look from the other side. And so not only have I begun to curate my feeds and take out some of the voices that I don't agree with all the time, take out some of the energy that kind of pushes me to a direction I don't want to go. But I've also started to curate the people that are in my life. And that's not in such a way that I'm cutting people out and I'm blocking people and I'm deleting people, because I still want to have interaction. I have a lot of love. But I have to be careful where I turn for advice. I have to be careful where I take my venting and my feelings. And so that's what I want to encourage us to do, is look for good, healthy people that have a healthy view of other people and of life in general. Because the more we have people that we trust, that will lift us up and pull us into a better way, the stronger we have the opportunity to become, and the better outlook we will be able to have on life and what's going on.